contacting her once and then I'll start.
No, please start. Live is on.
So
Dishmita?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please start. It is on live.
சண்மதி அவங்கள பிரியங்காவை கால் பண்ண சொல்லுங்க சீதா. கொஞ்சம் இல்லைன்னா நான் வெளியே
Very
போய் கால்
good
பண்ணவா?
morning. Sir, very good morning to everyone present here. Warm greetings. It gives me a great pleasure to extend a warm welcome on behalf of Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. I also welcome our Honorable Chairman Sir, our beloved Vice Chairman Sir, our respectful Principal Sir, and finally our scrupulous ECD HOD Mr. Joseph Jayakumar Sir. I gladly welcome you all to this webinar. Now, I gladly welcome our chief guest, Mr. Praveen Pandiyan, who is a founder and lead engineer in Evolve Lab, Chennai. Today, we are going to have a webinar on DIY robotics for Creator Academy. Before going to the webinar, I would like to speak a few words about Mr. Praveen Pandiyan sir. He has done his BE in Aeronautical Engineering. He has a 6 years industrial experience, especially working in startup companies Evolve Lab. His previous working experience in NatPam Business Development Executive Sector, Virtual Reality, Skyport Innovation Sector, UAV Drones, Drone Engineer and Pilot, Adriot Design Solutions Sector, CAD Service, Design Engineer, CAD CAM Solutions Sector, Design Training Institute, CAD Trainer. Now I would like to ask our chief guest to take over the session.
Thank you for first of all, I would actually thank electronic for organizing and inviting people from different disciplines to present here and share. So, thank you for that, guys. My name is Praveen. As Madam introduced, robotic STEM education and industrial automation based. We do STEM robotics teaching for educate, and we simultaneously do services and product development for industry, mostly complete version for industrial sector. That's what we do. Um, and today we have come up with the topic like DIY robotics in creative economy. So we will see what these different names refer what is DIY, and then how this DIY is implemented in robotics. Mm. So what this creator economy actually is like. So this word been a buzz last year, because of the disruption or changes in our society. So yeah, so let's dive in. So about us, like I have mentioned here, India's DIY what we do is design new robot systems, and we test and model them, and with respect to this environment, and we assist in for for people to learn themselves and learn from curriculum. So we will go to what is robotics is as all this DIY method implemented in creator economy. So robotics, if you take, it is very, closed loop open loop system. It's like it's a machinery uh, can do certain kind of operations based on the inputs provided and take feedbacks from the environment. So this is complete structure of robot system is. We see products around our day-to-day life. We have a whole set of devices, and the automation added to the system is still in progress. So, so if we take our mobile is already automated. So these kind of systems is getting robotics system development. So we involve different process to make a robot. Okay, so we do right. So we first come up with design thinking. So what is design thinking in terms of creating any system? So, robot physical product or uh, software products. What is design thinking? Like design thinking is how this product has to come. What is our boundary conditions in order to satisfy? So just take for example, see, NASA was sending a helicopter to Mars. Okay. So this helicopter was the first one to operate outside of the planet. So the environment is different in Mars, right? In order to understand the different uh, uh, outside environment, we needed to take in. So these are factors we need to consider when you design. And not only that, how our whole, how this body structure has to be, how the fabrication has to be, how elegant and the economic the design supposed to, so that customer acceptance rate. You can increase the acceptance rate by simply having a aesthetic look to these products. So that's where this design thinking comes from. So there are many tools which assist for design thinking, right? We have CAD tools. We have development tools like Adobe. So we have different blenders. We have so there are different tools we can use to implement your design idea. Really, it was like you have to sit down and use paper. Still using.
சார் பிரவீன் சார், சாரி ஃபார் இன்டரப்டிங். சார் உங்க
Yeah.
வாய்ஸ் வந்து கொஞ்சம் பிரேக் ஆகி வருது சார். உங்க வாய்ஸ் கொஞ்சம் பிரேக் ஆகி கேக்குது. அதாவது சம் நெட்வொர்க் இஷ்யூஸ் இருக்கா தெரியல.
Let me change. Hello. Am I audible now? Hello.
சார்
Am I audible now? கேக்குதா சார்?
அதான் கொஞ்சம் கட்டாய் கேக்குது. கொஞ்சம் ஏதோ நெட்வொர்க் இஷ்யூவா தெரியல.
Hello.
யா எஸ் சார்,
Hello.
ஓகே கண்டினியூ.
Sure. So this is the first process in design thinking. See why, especially in electronics and communication, why it is needed is to fabricate parts. You need to have a embedded system comes into any hardware. So we need to know where this system are going to be placed. How economics is uh, not having the complex structure to a product. So giving some smooth, eye-catching designs. That is what this design thing is all about. This customer-centric thinking is what is needed. Out of that, when you have a design methodology established, whether it is in a CAD software or any design software, we have established some method to act out system, how we want the system to be made. We have so once we have this model, we can able to make that into a product. Like we can make a prototype out of that using additive manufacturing. Additive manufacturing is it's a disruptive technology. One of the 3D printing. 3D printing is changing the way we manufacture goods. It is helping to shorten this life cycle of experimenting with products. So we can make yeah, an idea iteration to a product development very shorter time frame using 3D printing. So that will drastically reduce over time when we make any products. So 3D printing is one of the tools we use to make product viability check. After that, we have programming. Programming, we need to know what is the algorithm the system is going to perform. So if we need to implement the algorithm, it can be any. So if you take, we have MATLAB, you can use Python. So C, C++, or we have different platforms to development environment to experiment these algorithms. Like we have Arduino IDE. So this platform you can use for code. You can test that. You can do this coding network. So after that we have electronics. This hardware and software interface has to be done for a system. Right? This it's a robotic system we're developing. So we consider here this is a system which is an integration of all this physical and software parts coming together to perform a task. So, so we are so there is something in philosophy. Are we really deterministic or freely given the choice to make choices? So the robot system also fell into the category. So we determine what needed to do. This has to perform like so. It comes from design thinking and we have additive manufacturing. These are the steps right now increase the speed, especially DIY, and we have programming electronic etc. Then finally we will be able to create a robot system, any products based on these technical resource available to you. That's the considered. So this is what robotics is, and so we can make any kind of robots which can perform tasks like able to climb wall, able to detect obstacles or object in front of it. Using sensors, the sensors can able to detect this environment, give feedbacks, and we can able to study this feedback and able to navigate based on the input given. So this is what happens. So, so how you apply this robotics to a DIY environment? What is DIY? DIY is something so the skill set you develop. So we are living in a world. So we we have this. We have our ancestors they have to survive this harsh environment in order to hunt our their prey to survive, right? So so what happens is so they have to make tools with whatever available in the environment, right? To make something out of whatever available in your hand is that is do it yourself. So that's a thing very famous in online so digital moment. So when you apply this concept to DIY robotics, what happens is you have if you are having access to 3D printing or any manufacturing process, and so you have other tools that is design thinking tools like designing tools, simulation tools. If you are able to use that, what happens is so you can create something. Or if you are having an idea to have you have an idea to make something which is of very needed help in your home, so you can make that. Yeah, it's possible using this DIY concept. So we have a skill set which can be anything. We can able to build in something from we call this scratch build. It was famous in hobbyist circles. They do things from on their own. They make small RC cars and RC toys. It was more of like a hobby thing earlier. Now, due to digital access we have now, so we can able to leverage DIY. So we go to so we have seen what is robotics, how the robotic system works, and to how the robot system works. But more or less, the system can navigate the environment based on feedbacks and data available to more like a animal or human, how it performs. But we give the consent. It cannot be a total autonomous as of now, but it can be modified in the future. So, so, so what facilitate DIY robotics? I think idea that you take, it can be any unique ideas, and you want to make that into product. It can be. It is called a minimum viable product. You don't need to wait and create something. I want to make a bike. I want to compete with the already existing commercial players. So to create that kind of product is very difficult. So we have a viable plan, and you, you are available with limited resources. You can create something to help yourself and the surrounding. So this is what DIY robotics is. Your ideas, it has to be unique and it can be iterated, and it doesn't matter whether it is market ready. It is in the personal level of uh, uh, level of creating value to people around is so market ready is what actually means. Market ready is a product is able to sustain itself. So what is the life period of their product, the given product? So we call this market ready products are possibilities. So with that, we can do the testing with the robotics. What happens? JIO robotics, what happens if you make a robot? It can be humanoid. So this is not a complete humanoid. There are if you go to companies like India, we need rigorous change. Uh, the use in this is very famous. If you might come across these companies, Boston Dynamics. These are companies came out of MIT. These are people who are 30, 40 years developing bipedal robots. Bipedal robot is the one which replicate human walking. So, so this is still in not completely rolled out there, but they were already testing that in health applications. The hazardous situation that one happened in Japan, the atomic, so the nuclear radiation was coming out, right? We cannot operate in that environment, so we need some kind of systems like our systems to go for surveillance or it can be for some rescue operations where the humans cannot be entered operate on that because of we have radiation, something high temperature. So right, there are situations you need to go to space also to send a human to perform. There is till right now it is okay, but in the future to compound our technological growth, we need to have systems that would perform in extreme environment, right? So yeah, so that's where this testing of your system is like where your robots is, and we can test different models and depending on the needs you have. So authenticity of this idea is based on how well it performs. So we need to basically apply your applied science, applied science. So all this knowledge is collective knowledge. It comes from the science and engineering disciplines. It's not only one discipline take into account. It comes from mechanical, electronics, it comes from even it is from psychology, right? So having different disciplinary gives you your product good real value. Yes. So that's what the whole DIY robotics concept is revolving around. And so how it facilitate is by using 3D printers. So we have a earlier around till 1980s, 3D printing was patented. So they have a patent. So it was not mass, but it was not available to the masses. So after that, it became accessible to everyone here. Now the price of even feasible enough to get it. So yeah, anyone can get a 3D printer, get can make anything you want. Like it's like you can design a 3D model in some software and you can make that into physical product. So it was really it was not possible, and especially in Tamil Nadu or in India. So why? Because you need to go to these manufacturing plants or manufacturing process driven industries. Like we have vending or injection molding. So these are these companies which has tools to make any parts actually. If you want to make something which are going to be produced in a mass rate, so like for example, if you want to make so say you want to make this engine, so so this stepper model, right? We want to make that, so we have to make a casing for that. So if it is one time casing, we are making a design for this whole stepper model. We want to make a new design. So first time we need to have a iteration for the product. Yeah, layer we have to make that into a product. We need to go through multiple times of iteration that would cost big to the person who makes the product. So yeah, right now that is reduced in 3D printing within a very short time and with the proper facility, and now you can go for the production level based on the you know, market need. So, so, so how you can apply all these DIY robotics uh, concepts into creator economics. So the, the principle behind creator economy is quite simple. So you create something and you reach to the mass audience and can able to monetize using what we have created. So making sense. Yeah. Yeah, this is what happens. So what happens is it can be anything. So it can be a digital content, videos, skills that you have, like any design. So what we are doing is because of the digital change happening now, accessibility of internet and the smartphone availability in every individual led us to even this pandemic made us to force to adapt to these digital environments. And what happens is uh, the earlier we needed to depend on already established employers to get paid for the skill you have. So there was no options left. You need to go to particular field and then you get the Excel rate. You need to get paid for the job you do that, whether you don't like, whether you like it or not. Right now, situation is we just create something and you market that and get monetized. This whole principle. So the evolution of creator economy is happening from we have pioneer era and the engineering era and we have creator era. So pioneer era is we have limitation with uh, you know, we have we have a good creativity, but what happens is you can't able to create that into brand because here earlier it was established companies, corporations, they are the only one who can do that. Then we have engineering. Engineering is it facilitated modern techs, and still it was not able to add value because this is for uh, concerned with creativity. We have creativity, but we cannot able to reach out to people. Then comes the third one, which is creator era. Here, if you have a skill set in any niche, niche means it can be targeted audience of. So if you are liking something in this world, uh, there is no probability that there is someone out there who likes the same concept. So it's like, and you create some value for them. And for example, if you are creating something that can be value added to the household applications, like people who are in home. You create something that helps them to know more about their daily needs and how to handle that as daily activities. So if it improves by 1% or 2%, that is like creating impacting personal life, right? So that's where these creators and influencers come. So right now, it is very famous in because of social medias. There are famous social medias. They have tools making it easily available for creators who create either contents. In our case, we make DIY robots, and not only just a robot system, we can able to make some control board that performs some. You want to study this temperature around our sea level condition. If you want to perform any activities, this tool is ready available to you, especially electronic and communication. It can make many circuits. There are already have a standard development. These tools are open source, and information available in these digital platforms are it's enormous. I would say it's not the limitation. No, I'm not getting this and that. It's limitation of the mind because the source available is, I would say, like there is plenty of resource. If you go to online, you can get the knowledge. Is the way of uh, choices you make. So that's what helps create a so you can make any boards. We have a development board if you want to create your own schematic. Completely embedded. So you can do. There are people out people out there who can able to give, they are doing freelancing also. Earlier you need to depend on companies to do that. The whole process of getting the quotation, charge you pay going to pay is very big compared to now because it depends on the person, like someone like you who is doing the same thing. Uh, he is doing that as to monetize our business. This is what happens in this creator. Uh, so, so it's not like how one can create a brand. So I have a skill set. How I could be able to monetize that. Like, it doesn't matter. You don't need to be registered as a company. What you need to, like, you need to create an environment. Like you have to reach out to. It doesn't matter whether it is 1 lakh. People have this conception. If you are in social media and have a enormous following, support so that to you have to feel famous. Right? It doesn't have to be like that. So you create where you know this audience of the product and the service you are providing. It can be a people of around 500 or 100. It compounds. You have followers who will be diehard fan of your content you create. These contents can be anything, be digital. You can able to monetize, like I said, we can monetize in many ways, like through your website, through sponsorship, website hosting, affiliate marketing. So what you need to have a custom fan base. That's where this branding is also all about. How authentic your ideas are. So, so longer the content, that's the environment. Make more content, make some kind of fan base, and you then continuously explore more possibilities. Things are always rising in this scenario right now. So, yeah. So that is what creator economy. I think this is good understanding. So, so how the rise of creator economy rises is first it is like creating value. That is the foremost thing. Build massive audience. So that happens. Uh, how you can make a massive audience is you have tools left around, right? So there are social media tools, in Facebook, Google. We have Google Analytics that support influencer and creators because it will help you to reach the if you are residing in your local and you want to reach out in a particular location, you can able to pinpoint that. So, so that kind of facilities available with this digital marketing and digital tools provided by like this social media companies. Like we have recently have Clubhouse. So, so these are the tools which facilitate individuals to focus their skills, right? So earlier it was not that much possible. I could face the way for each individual to come up irrespective of where they environment they grew up. So it's more like up to the stage is there. The skills get to the top. Yeah. So like I mentioned, this creative economy is facilitated by digital disruption. What is digital disruption? Uh, Peter D. Diamond is a writer and a futurist. He was saying is there are 6 Ds to disruption. One is so this is applicable to almost all three. We have digital, and second one is we have disruption phase. We have digital, sorry, we have digital and we have disruption, disruption. We have demonetization, dematerialization, decentralization. Okay. We have first the given field will go has to go through this process. First one is has to go to digital phase. Second one is disruption phase. Third one is disruption. And we have a dematerialization, demonetization, decentralization. Okay. So digitalization is irrespective of any field, all this deep tech we are talking about, deep tech either from AI, ML. We have the robotics also, the integration of these advanced deep tech technologies, computer vision. So there are open AIs. So, so so when you take, let me give an example why adaptation to digital medium is important for any companies to survey. I think so. Like not now, but in this coming decade, it will be big thing because the same example goes to company the Kodak. So this company was making film cameras, and then 1990s introduced digital cameras. what happened was this film camera company's whole business was dependent on selling chemicals and making film balls and all this process behind whole service behind this camera. Like the whole business was on there, and Kodak was not willing to realize the situation happening around. So it's more like a evolution. Even if you don't want to jump in, things which are going to happen, right? So that was what happened to Kodak. The company was conglomerate company. What happens was uh, to make a film, take a if you capture a picture and convert that into a film, the process involved is whole film experience. But in digital camera, you click it in an instant, right? So you can make hundreds of copies of those pictures. So digitalization paved a way to make copies, and then the Kodak was not ready to accept that. And they bankrupted in 2001. The leading company in digital film making market. So that was one example. There are many examples like that. After this is the digitalization phase. There are new technologies like 3D printing also in this digitalization phase. After that, we will go to deception phase. Deception phase is we will not see the signs the technologies usage rate and all. We will have this technology pro. And after that, we'll go to disruption phase. That's when the disruption happens. People will notice and technological implication will be all over the field. Then we are now making dematerialization. Dematerialization is we reduce the physical material used in the product. Like for a phone, for example, phone will incorporate uh, all these sensors using compared to 1960s, 70s, the cost to have a mobile is impossible. Now we are using so very advanced we are having our mobile. So, yeah, so that is what dematerialization. It reduce this material usage. It, it made all these features available in a small device. That's dematerialization. So usage of material can be reduced. And the wastage is reduced. That's the third phase. And the fourth is uh, we have a demonetization. So we make it product free. So product can be anything. So Google provides search service, cheap free service, but it's a free economy, and then they make monetization. They monetize using different methods. So they sell that, use the data to the clients is demonetization. And the demonetization, one of the things is we have cryptos, right? Crypto is a it's like we don't need to have a government bodies to have control over cash. So yeah, so last one we have a decentralization. Decentralization is access to people who are everyone in the society. Those technology will be available to everyone. Like Wi-Fi, not Wi-Fi, we have internet. So there are companies who are trying to give free internet to every people who are hosting. So companies like SpaceX, they are sending satellites, 11,000 satellites can be orbited outer space. They can able to give, they are trying to do, they are already tested it. They are giving free internet. So check the possibility when you have access to still, have access to internet and digital medium. The information is increasing, and this is all destructive technology. So knowing this technology is very useful in the future. like you call the wheel is already started. If you want to jump in, you jump in. That's how things are. Yeah. So next we go to these are 60 sub steps just from Peter D. Diamond is so writer and futurist. He is the person behind SpaceX. X Prize. So, so take note of the technology changes happening around. There are technologies which are going through digital phase. Some goes through disruptive phase. So understand where you are and be it leverageable for yourself. So third, the ways we can creators make money. Like we are creating DIY robots. How inside you can able to make robots. This is not very complex system. So to understand how the system is working, can replicate and automating systems are not possible based on this. We are very smart enough to crack that. So, so how do you earn money from this theater? So do small audience create content. I mean, you can sell your digital content. So we have you can get tips from this fan base. You will have a town fan base. There are different ways. There are patterns. YouTube, so YouTube get paid by viewership. Instagram you have affiliate marketing. If you are influencer, you can reach out to brands, sponsor your content. So there are many ways you can monetize your skill set like UI DIY. That is possible. So funding, if you think about funding of this create economy was, so I was like looking at this graph, uh, like around 2018-19, like we were around 100 billion, 400 billion till 2009. What happened is 2020 we have this pandemic affected a bit, but 2019 we have a more funding has been poured into theatre economy. It was around 1,400 billion market and it was tripling last year. So the changes are happening. So not only the funding comes from many brands to the so, so you want to scale it up. Scaling is you are serving for small community and you want to scale up. You can over fund and you can push up to this bigger audience. From the market opportunity, considering market opportunity, the big opportunity there, opportunity to build and opportunity earn yourself, opportunity to have fewer competitors. So as a if you are company is going to have a computer environment, like if you are operating in a very niche market, to come up with something which you already serve for a given community is difficult because you are serving for unique audience and to replicate that is going to take a lot of time. That's one of the things. So we have good market opportunities. Yeah. So, so this is a whole concept behind AI or robotics and creator economy. Considering electronics, there are tools which are open source already. You can go to GitHub and take any programming which are written by people all around the world. And you can with this programming, you want to add some feature to it. You can do. Understanding this uh, so, language is not much difficult. Its skills are like you need to understand how to. physical worlds are working. The physical world is working, right? So, so be curious. That's that's the end of our thing. Like what we do in our language, we are doing, we create robot kids. We also experiment in MATLAB and all. We do simulations, how the system operates, object recognition. So this is fun thing to work with, and we also working on some robotic system, which is human augmenting device. What it does is it's an exoskeleton technology. It's like to provide assistance to people who want to know do long hour, like want to stand on they can people who are paraplegic. We are in a development phase. Uh, these are devices. If you are into electronics, into robotics, like a, because these technologies are going to be here. Coming to electronics, electronics and communication engineering. So the possibilities are endless, I would say, because the engineers are the one who are building the world. You go out, the things built by us is marvelous already. And it's going to be hell of a ride. And imagine it's the only limitation. So digital medium is there to develop the skills, improve the knowledge also very readily available right now. So it's only the limitation of what stops you. What stops you is only you. So I hope this I have given some insight. Like we have at the end, what we do is we give the students to freedom of freedom to express their ideas. That is what we are doing. We make students to think how one can be able to solve problems of their own, because at the end we need to face the of life. Life has to be always have good hope. Future is has to be not on suffering. It has to be helping people and making them more engaged in very good activities. So like civilization is we need to explore. We are going to space. The things are happening. So don't limit yourself. Possibilities are endless. You can always reach out. To help. So that end the session here. Thank you for this opportunity given by J.N.N. Institute. Once again, I personally thank the HOD every day. Come here with feedback in posting one. Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to present the vote of thanks. It's a matter of pride for me that I got a chance to thank everyone present here. First of all, I would like to thank our Honorable Chairman, beloved Vice Chairman, our dynamic principal, respectful HOD sir, for conducting this webinar to learn DIY robotics for creator economy. Additionally, I should thank our noblest presenter and today's guest, Mr. Praveen Pandiyan, who is founder and lead engineer in Evolve Labs, Chennai, for sharing his ideas and beautiful thoughts about robotics and brushing up our knowledge. And finally, I should thank everybody virtually present here for joining this webinar. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.